The Council for Environmental Education is proud to bring you this short video about our innovative program, Flying Wild. Flying Wild is a tool for educators to use to introduce middle school students to bird conservation through fun and entertaining activities, projects, and festivals. We're part of a group called Council for Environmental Education, and so we're here today to do a couple of bird activities. A lot of our activities, we have 5 different mini activities that we want to do with you. My activity is called Winging It, so we're just all going to wing this together. Alright, so basically birds flap their wings, everyone knows, of course, to fly, to generate lift, so they can go places. Now, bigger birds usually flap their wings less than smaller birds because they have bigger wings, which allows them to stay up in the air longer. Now, a crow can basically flap their wings 20 times in 10 seconds, a pigeon around 30, and the fastest, a hummingbird, can do it 700 times in 10 seconds. So, we're going to see which of you can flap their wings the fastest by going like this, and see if anyone can beat the crow, which is 20 times in 10 seconds. 2, 1, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 28. You beat the crow and almost got to the pigeon.
So it's very important for birds to be very speedy because they have to catch their food and they have to get away from predators, and so a lot of birds can remarkably go really, really fast. For example, here's a couple of birds. The fastest bird is the peregrine falcon, and it can go 170 miles to 200 miles per hour. So for this activity, you're going to start at this cone and run all the way down to that cone, and we're going to time you, and then we're going to tell you how many miles per hour that would be if you were a bird, so you can see how you compare with these 4 birds. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go!
Oh!
Ready? 1, 2, 3, go!
Yeah!
Yeah! Well, I like the wing.
Yeah! He cheated! I know, high fly! High fly!
Mateo ran 9.7 miles per hour.
So what you're going to do is you're going to come up here, and all you're going to do is you're going to put one hand at this end of the poster and another one at this end, and we're going to mark you off on the poster. Okay? When you extend your hands out, or your arms out, and you measure the distance from one fingertip to the other, does anybody know what that's called? Yeah. It begins with the word, what do all birds use to fly?
Wings.
Wings. It begins with that word.
Wait.
There you go. Say it out loud. Wingspan. So and then what we're going to do is we're going to compare your wingspan to some of these birds. Now, if you'll notice, the bird with the biggest wings, the largest wingspan is a bird called a one-ring albatross. That one actually has a wingspan of 12 feet. So if you ever caught one of those in the wild, their wings would extend from this thumbtack to the other thumbtack all the way at the other end. So that's a really, really big bird. But then on the other end, you have something called a ruby-throated hummingbird, which is a very tiny bird, and its wingspan is only 4 inches long, which is about that big. We're going to go ahead and we're going to write a little line as to where you fall on this chart, and then you're going to go ahead and take one of the markers, and you can write your name by the line. Next. There you go.
I'm just gonna put G-A-B.
Okay, you can go.
I'm next. You're next. Life is the same height. Life is the same.
Mine is a little longer than yours.
Because you're taller than you. Yeah. Go, King. I thought you said using it.
This activity, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about how birds migrate. Does anyone know what migration is?
No. Yes.
When birds move from another place to another.
So, to give everyone an example of what 5% of their body fat is, or how much hamburgers they would have to eat for 10 days straight, we're going to do a little exercise, okay? So one by one, we're all going to step on the scale, and then we're going to do a bit of math. And then we're going to find out how many hamburgers everyone would have to eat in order to gain 5% of their body fat. Okay.
That's the same thing. She's 70 pounds. 60. This is the same. I was 9.
Good job.
No, I'm thinking Come on! Stop it, baby.
Oh, I know what it is.
That one's white feet.
Alright, surprise! What's the one in the white gift?
Yay!
Very, very observant. Okay, what do you think is in this one?
Flying Wild is about meeting needs, building connections, and celebrating wildlife and diversity. By focusing on urban schools, Flying Wild helps students discover the natural world through bird education. For more information about Flying Wild and other CEE-sponsored programs, please see our website at www.councilforee.org.